G'day, g'day. Welcome back to this journey from Gamejam to Steam. So the last 2 months I've mostly been working on systems for the game and not any actual content for the game, along with 2 days remembering how to edit YouTube videos. I think I prefer to focus on systems now so that when I want to implement the content of the game, I've got the tools ready at my disposal. So the first system I worked on was a dialogue system. So you walk up to an NPC, push the interact button, and a speech bubble will appear with a muffled voice for the character that you're talking to. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Rita. I'm looking for my kid. Get it? Because I'm a goat. My kid. Please can you help me? I followed an excellent tutorial by Dash Nothing on YouTube. They used the game A Short Hike for inspiration for their system, and I followed along with the tutorial with a few tweaks here and there, but I highly recommend it. It's very well put together, and you end up with a nice system. So support those guys. The other system I worked on was a solving animation system. So for elements of the world that can change when you solve a puzzle, either beforehand they look different or afterwards they look different. For example, let's solve open like we did in the last episode. We get some feedback that the word is correct, and now when we close the newspaper, get this solve animation. So for that particular object is disappearing, so that's a different animation, whereas if we look to the left here, we're missing something. Happens to be a log, so let's solve that one and close the newspaper, and we get a different effect for that. Sort of just placeholders again, but making sure the system can drop in different effects once I get better at actually creating them. One thing that I've been adding is audio as I go. Typically with other projects I would add it at the end in a mad rush, but this time I want to stay on top of it as I go forward. What I'm struggling with is how to find sound effects, and then once I've got a bunch of them, how to search through them and find what's relevant for my game. I'd be very curious if other developers out there can lend an insight to how they do it. One tool I have found is called Explorer by Sound Particles. It seems to be an audio browser. They sort of link you back to their site where they have paid subscription, but the app itself is free and you can plug your own sound effects into it, which I usually get from Zapsplat. And lately I've been downloading them from Sonus, who have released a huge bundle for the recently past GDC. One thing I'd like to work on next is more complicated puzzles. So at the moment you just sort of solve one word and the world changes in a little way. Here's something I'm toying with. There's a goat, a baby goat who's a bit lost, and part of what he's asking you is a clue that will be in the crossword. So for instance here, if I have a cross, I'll probably make the solution follow or join or something like that. And once you've solved it, the goat will start behaving according to that word, which is follow, and you'll be able to lead them back to their mama over here. If you're watching this episode, it means the next episode has already been recorded. Something like if episode N+1 is being viewed, then episode N+2 exists. Something like that. I think I saw this on other devlogs, and it's a really nice way to do it. It might just mean that any feedback is slightly lagged. But for now, that's all I've got. Thanks for coming. See you later. Have a good one.